Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, May 1. Mayors of 2 municipalities now under a state of public emergency have endorsed the security measure for their parishes. On Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared states of emergency for St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland over the next 14 days. Mayor of Montego Bay, Homer Davis, tells JIS News that this will allow the security forces more power to arrest the mounting crime problem in St. James. Meanwhile, Mayor of Savannah-Lamar, Bertel Moore, says the wider community of Westmoreland appreciates the state of emergency and hopes the security forces will confiscate a lot of weapons.
We need to have some more social programs.
Okay.
In the meantime, for the young people to have something to do.
During the states of public emergency, the security forces will have the power to search, curtail operating hours of businesses, restrict access to places, and detain persons without a warrant. Members of the business community across Western Jamaica have pledged their support and cooperation with the states of public emergency announced for St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Winston Lawson, says the body welcomes the move after what he asserts was a reversal of gains made in the first state of emergency in the parish, which ended on January 31.
We are thankful that the attention is now being given and that we will have some restoration of hopefully normalcy and enjoy what we would have enjoyed last year throughout the year of 2018.
Negril's Chamber of Commerce President Richard Wallace has expressed similar hope that the increased security presence will restore law and order in that town.
At the very least, we'd want to see it push back, and because it's getting into mainstream too much. Criminals are brave and brazen. They seem not to have any respect for any law or anybody else or businesses or anything.
An interim president of the Westmoreland Chamber of Commerce, Moses Chaibar, believes that the state of emergency will provide all the necessary resources to effectively combat criminal elements in that parish.
There seems to be quite a large number of incidents for the past few months or year. So the stricter measures are definitely needed, and the assistance, I think, is welcome because persons are moving around fearfully enough these days.
Police data shows that between January 1 and April 28 this year, the murder rate in Westmoreland stood at 29, while 27 persons were murdered in St. James and 18 in Hanover. In other news, government has received a $140 million loan from the World Bank to strengthen 3 key economic safeguards. These include building the country's resilience against natural disaster risks, supporting human capital development, and strengthening the social safety net for the most vulnerable. A formal agreement was reached on Tuesday following discussions involving Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, and a World Bank Group delegation led by Vice President for Latin America and the Caribbean, Axel van Trostenberg.
This initiative, in partnership with the World Bank and other development partners, is to try and develop the financial instruments that will protect us. And the protection really is to give us quick and easy access at rates that are affordable and conditions that are aligned with the disaster or unplanned for emergency.
We have had a good go at it for the last 55 years, and we hope to continue on this. But what the continuation is that we keep a sharp focus how we can improve the lives of every, of the citizens in Jamaica.
Communities in and around Bog Walk, St. Catherine are now benefiting from a $34 million early warning system for water-related disasters. The upgraded Rio Cobre early warning system was launched on Monday. It will use GSM technology to give real-time measurements and warnings to safeguard life and property in the event of flooding. A Water Resource Authority and Caribbean Development Bank partnership, the early warning system also involves the training of community members. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Pernell Charles Jr., says the system will assist the country in building its resilience to climate change impacts.
The upgraded Rio Cobre early warning system is a game changer. It is going to be the new standard for continued improvement on the way we respond, or the way we manage, and the way we best as possible preempt and predict natural disasters.
And finally, in Parliament Tuesday, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett tabled the long-awaited Tourism Workers' Pension Scheme Bill. The first of its kind in the world, the bill provides a comprehensive contributory pension plan for tourism workers. Minister Bartlett says the pension scheme will require mandatory contributions by workers and employees between 18 and 59 years old, with benefits becoming payable at age 65 and older.
Pension plan, Mr. Speaker, embraces everyone in the sector, whether he or she, listen, be red cap, front desk manager, craft trader, housekeeper, raftsman from the Rio Grande or from a Great River, musician, or any category of worker in the industry, including, Mr. Speaker, those who are self-employed.
For the first 2 years of the pension scheme, employers and employees will contribute 3% of gross salary, following which the contribution will increase to 5%. The tourism minister says an initial seed fund of $1 billion has been provided to benefit qualified pensioners who have met the vested period of 5 years. These pensioners, he says, will receive a minimum pension of $200,000 annually. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.